24, you've written a book. Like, what?
I know.
What am I doing? Like,
babe, what do you mean what you're doing? You've done loads. Are you joking? I haven't mentioned it anyway yet.
ooh, babe, like, because I was like, people don't care. She was like, babe, they do.
No, they do.
They
do. Oh my
Huge.
God, like,
Yeah.
do I deserve this?
Riskiest DM you've ever sent.
Oh.
The platform that's changing the game for creators with built-in AI tools that make it easy to connect with your fans. Fanvue puts you in control of your content, your income, and your community. No algorithms, no risk of shadow bans, no middlemen, just real connection. And of course, if you want to chat with me one-on-one, send in your bedtime stories, or have your questions answered in my next podcast, sign up to Fanvue. The link is in the bio. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Dream On Podcast with me, your host, Lottie Moss, and today I have a very, very exciting guest. Welcome, Anastasia Kingsnorth.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I've been dying to have you on. I think you're iconic,
Thank you
honestly.
so much. I think you're iconic. Great way to think alike.
Well, thank you. Thank you. So we'll start with like YouTube and stuff, because I guess that's kind of where you started doing all of social media and everything like that. So you started in 2013, didn't you?
2013.
That's insane.
12 years.
That feels
like I'm so young, but I feel old.
I'm like, did we even have like YouTube then? I'm like, that's even like
Instagram looked ancient. TikTok wasn't a thing.
that was when it had the borders.
Yeah, the borders. It was like blue. Like it just looked so different.
Yeah.
Like life on social
There was
media
no ads or anything.
No ads. Ads weren't even a thing. Like,
No ads. You couldn't even promote anything on there. It was
No.
literally just pictures of your food and like
I was on the
really
era
close
when,
up
like,
pictures of your face as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to make everything really pale. Like my full feed was like pale. I would watch like Zoella, and I watched her do like her first ever hair tutorial, her first ever
Is that
makeup
what inspired
tutorial.
you to do it then?
Yeah, like I'd watch her and I'd be like, oh my God, that's so cool. And then obviously everyone started catching on.
Yeah.
And social media, like I mean, look at it now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, everyone does it now.
Everybody does it.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So how did you transition into like, how did you decide to start to do it?
So I used to open toys when I was like 11 on YouTube.
So how old were you when you started this?
When I was doing that, I was 11.
11. That's
Yeah.
insane to even have that brain to want to do that.
I
Like,
know. I don't even know what made me want to start like opening toys. That was very random when I think about it. But I did that for like 2 years, and then saw Zoe, and I was like, this could be something else. I could do like beauty, fashion, lifestyle, whatever. And then it just kind of like went from there.
that's insane.
It is. It's very wild.
So what kind of content do you prefer making now?
Now I feel like I've got to the point where like, it sounds weird, but I can just do whatever.
Like vlogging and stuff.
Yeah,
like that,
vlogging. Like I can just wake up and be like, whatever I want to do today, I'll just.
I find it so hard to do, but it's really not. Like I'm just like, oh my God, no one cares like about my day. I'm just like,
But I also think that as well. But also, like,
Yeah.
as long as you're having fun and
Yeah.
you're enjoying it, I actually think that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And if people want to watch it, they'll watch it.
yeah.
And I think if you have that mindset of just being like, oh, fuck
It is just because there is so much room for people to like comment now. Do you know what I mean? And I think especially as someone like me who's already like a public figure, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like I'm just like, you know, a normal person who's like, oh, I have a job, but I might just start doing this just for fun.
of course.
Because I think that's not organically how most people start doing social media. It's like,
Yes.
if they're like, look, I have like a full-time job, but like I've got some time and all my job is fun, I'm just going to vlog.
Yeah.
But I think when you've already been criticized, like I've already been so criticized, I'm like,
and you're in that world
if
already.
I do it and it flops, guess everyone's gonna be like the Daily Mail's
Yeah.
like, ha ha, she tried.
It's
and
like a whole other like level of pressure that like someone else wouldn't experience.
But you probably get that now as well, because you will have videos that do really well, and at times that have been more more up, and then you have times where people aren't watching as much and things like that, and you start to go, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like there's a pressure with that?
Yeah, because like I'm predominantly YouTube, and then obviously TikTok came about, so then everyone hopped on the TikTok hype, and TikTok is fucking crazy. Like the people on there are wild. Like on YouTube, I never really experienced like hate and stuff. Everyone's so lovely. You go on TikTok and it's a whole other
because I guess on
thing.
YouTube you wouldn't find the videos unless
you're
searching for it, or it's recommended because of something else you watched that's similar. So you wouldn't get as much hate, would you? I guess. But do you get a lot on TikTok?
Yeah, but I think the algorithm, it can just show your stuff to the wrong people, and it's just like,
because it could be anyone. This is
anyone
you
could
page
see
is just
it.
like random stuff,
and people love screen recording YouTube videos and then uploading them to TikTok. And sometimes I think, why don't I just do this to my own videos at this point? Because everyone else does it. I'm like, well, I might as well make something out of it. But
have you had any really bad videos that are like, you're just like, oh my God, like,
like it's just people like little random bits. I mean, as I've been doing it for so long, I've learned like what to show and what not to show.
Yeah.
And I think that is just a trial and error process.
And I think as well, because you go back and you edit it, obviously.
Of course.
So then you can go back and go, okay, yeah,
yeah.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah, like, shut the fuck up. Like, I've said some things I think, oh, for fuck's sake, why did I say that? But then I'm like, you know what? It's all a learning experience.
Yeah.
I'll look back and laugh at it. And I do look back and laugh.
Well, like, you're going to say, like, I don't get this, like, serious criticism to like, public figures or social media influencers and things like that. Of, like, they'll say one thing wrong. And I don't mean like racist, homophobic. I don't mean it.
No.
But I'll say, like, they'll say one thing that's like that people can misconstrue as something else.
Yep.
And it's like, you're the devil, go kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm sorry. Has no one ever said anything wrong in their life? I'd love to look at these people's like posts and stuff and see if they haven't posted something in their life that they regret or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like we all make so many mistakes when we're young, especially of saying things in the wrong way or something. And a lot of it is clipped, as you say. They take these clips and they go, oh, this is what she said, and it's so out of context.
And it's like, well, you've definitely said 10 times worse, but yours just 100%. Luckily isn't on social media for people to see. And people just love cancel culture.
How do you deal with it?
I think it sounds a bit weird now, but like if I just see it on my For You page, I actually don't look at it as it's me. I like scroll past it and I'm like, oh, another one.
Do you not look at the comments?
Another one. I'll have like a quick like breeze over and then I'll just be like, oh, I'll just move on to the next one. Yeah. Like, I think I've just got to that point where I'm like, I enjoy my life. I have the best fucking time.
You know you as well.
I know me. And as long as my friends and my family know me, I'm kind of a bit like, oh, I don't really care what you think. Not in a mean way, but like I think that's the attitude you have to have, otherwise you would go crazy. So
talk me through like a day if you were going to vlog for like the listeners as well, because I'm sure there's loads of people listening that would want to know like how you film or how if they want to start maybe.
I mean, every day is completely different. Yeah. And that is like the fun of the job. You can kind of wake up and just think whatever I want to do. If you're doing brand work, then I don't normally vlog on those days. I'll just have like a day doing completely separate stuff. But if I'm filming, I literally just wake up and film my day. Like wake up, film my breakfast, film me getting ready, just talk shit basically for like an hour to the camera, which is amazing. Sometimes I think to myself, what am I actually even saying here? Like, do people care, like you said?
Yeah.
But apparently people do. And that is literally what I do.
And that's the funny thing, because I have friends that do YouTube. And one of my friends, she's a big YouTuber in America, and she said, babe, like, because I was like, people don't care. She was like, babe, they do.
No, they do.
They do.
Because I sit and watch vlogs and I get so invested into people's lives and I'm like, oh, shit, I've gone down a hole for an hour and I know everything about it.
You will listen to, even like Madeline argue or something, just sat there like talking to the camera and you're like, I literally will listen to the whole hour.
Yeah, I'm invested. But like, I'm just, I don't know why.
Talking about shit, but it feels almost like, and I think a lot of people are lonely. I think this is a very like, there's a loneliness epidemic at the moment. I think a lot of people are like shut inside. I mean, we can tell by the comments on social media. People are lonely. Yeah. So I think it feels almost like a comfort that people can sit there and like, maybe if they don't have as many friends or they almost feel like you're their friend.
1 million%.
And it's like a FaceTime call. They're like on FaceTime with you all day.
Yeah.
You know
and I think that's the difference between like TikTok and YouTube. TikTok is obviously so short form, you're literally just going like that. Whereas YouTube, you can put a video on for an hour and have it on in the background, but you're fully like, even if you're not watching, you're listening to someone's life for an hour. And I love that because I do find it a comfort thing. Like falling asleep, I'll put a YouTube video on, or whilst I'm getting ready, I'll watch a YouTube video.
I literally, I do it with TikTok even now. It's like a long video.
Oh yeah, because you can get
like I saw this video yesterday and it was like there was a whole drama going on with these like TikTokers.
Right.
And I basically, then one of them had put like an apology video out. And I was like, oh my God, I love an apology video. Babe, I love it.
Oh
and
my God.
Like, I put it up while I was like making dinner and I just started like playing.
Well, I was watching an apology video on TikTok this morning as well for something that's just happened on TikTok.
Oh,
yeah. And I had it on whilst I was getting ready and I was like, oh my God. I mean, obviously it's awful, but I'm like, I know another apology video.
I know, here we go.
Like, here we go.
Sorry, so what was it? Sorry, Sister 2.0?
Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God. It's every day another apology video from somebody.
Yeah,
it's
literally.
Crazy.
It's insane, but it's also just like, you can't just give apologize.
No, like, it gets to a point where it's like, people
have you ever had to do an apology video?
Not an apology video. I've had to say like sorry on my Instagram stories for back in COVID times.
Oh,
like, but not like an apology video.
Yeah, that's your career's getting. You're losing some brand deals when you have to do an apology video.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
yeah. Like literally, they've definitely like got some contracts going that are like the brands like, right, you need to do an apology video.
Yeah,
because I just think it's a bit lame.
I just think like it's gonna blow over.
Like his one as well, like the one that we're talking about.
Oh yeah,
you watched it, right?
Yeah, I've watched it.
I was a bit like at the beginning I was like, oh maybe, and then like it started talking about like, oh yeah, like so I did have him at my house and I thought, okay, bye.
Yeah, because he said he admitted.
Yeah, he did.
The whole thing. I was listening to it in the background, so I was getting ready, and I just thought, oh God,
great that he's by the way, because we're talking about the whole Kayla situation
for
context, because I didn't really context that one, but I'm so glad that she got justice.
I am so happy for her.
In prison. I was following that so much.
Yeah, I was as well.
I was like, that is insane. Like, thank God. You know what I mean? Something is going right with the justice system.
Yeah,
you know
thank God for once.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, you do your own podcast? I mean...
Yes, just finished.
It's just finished.
Yes.
Why did you decide to finish that one up?
I think the podcast was about dating, and Saf has got a boyfriend now, and I'm still dreadfully single, and
you're just a bit bored of it now.
There was
something else to talk about.
I had nothing left in me to speak about. I've literally said everything about boys and dates that there could ever be.
Yeah.
And I think like I was dating to get stories for the podcast, which wasn't the right reason for me to be going on dates.
Yeah.
And I think I just got tired.
I know what you mean, because even when I do a solo episode, I feel sometimes like, oh my God, I need stories for this.
Yeah, because like you want to make it
just pretty boring now.
So is mine. Well, I think mine is anyway. Like, especially dating life. I'm just like...
That's the thing. I think when you get a bit... How old are you?
I'm 24.
24, yeah.
How old are you?
So I'm 27.
Okay.
So I've gotten to the point now where like my dating stories are no longer like that bad.
Yeah, because when you're like 19, 20, I feel like you have crazy stories.
Yeah, because you don't know you don't know what you're doing. You don't know who you're going for. So you're just throwing out sort of like flyers and like taking whatever you get, because you don't really know what you want. But now I'm like, if I see one red flag, I'm not even bothering. I can't. My mental health can't. And I think that's another thing. Like dating just to have stories, it really affects your mental health. Because dating really affects your mental health, and people is sucking the energy out. It really affects your mental health.
It takes a toll on you. Like I meet a lot of people who I go on dates with through Hinge, which is because I never really know how to like meet people in real life. Like
so difficult.
It's so hard. Like I don't know if I'm going to meet someone in a bar. I don't know.
You don't know whether he's going to be a serial killer.
Hinge to me was just the best like route to go down, and I literally feel like I go on Hinge now and I see the same fucking people on repeat. I'm like, oh, so we're all still here.
You know when you've got to the end of the thing and it's just
so I see people again. I'm like, oh
no, you need to get off it. You're like, this is it now.
Yeah, I'm like, this is hell.
I'm
in the trenches. Yeah, I've deactivated so many times.
Have you? Yeah, I've done the same with Raya.
Oh yeah,
I've deactivated and then gone back.
But do you think Raya even works?
No,
I just don't.
I met my ex-boyfriend, my recent ex, on it.
Really?
Yeah, I did. And it was weird because I've done the same with that, where I've gone back and forth, deleted it, downloaded it and all of this. And I met him and it actually worked out and I was really shocked. But I've dated one other guy from there for about a year as well.
Okay.
But apart from that, nothing successful.
Nobody wants to
very
speak
rare.
On it.
Yeah,
it's so rare. I've been on one date from Raya and that was it. Really? And it was like okay, but it was nothing to like rave about. But yeah, I just feel like everyone on there has a bit of like an ego where they don't want to like message first or have like a nice conversation. I don't know, it was just completely different vibe.
It feels, because it's very creative, and it's a lot of like actors and stuff, and I just feel like no one on there wants a serious relationship.
No, nobody
like,
wants a serious relationship.
They're just on there like to like get bitches, and they're like, because they're the kind of guys that message you like, hey, what you doing later?
Yes, that is literally all the message you would get. Like half the time now I don't go on it for anything serious. I'll just go on it to flick through like the 15 people you get to see a day and then I'm off.
Because you wrote a book about dating as well. So that's insane. How did that come about?
So that was kind of like off the back of the podcast, because I'd realised that like I'd actually gone through a lot with boys, I'd dated a lot, and I was like, maybe I've actually got like a lot to say here that I could put in a book. So literally just put a pitch together and I was like, okay, this actually sounds like a really good idea, and got to write a book.
And it did really well.
And it did really well, which is crazy because people laugh at me. I'm like, oh, she's wrote a dating book and she's single. I'm like, yeah, because
that's the point.
That's the point. Yeah. Of, like the book was meant to be about like dating and enjoying your life in your 20s, but like right now,
it would almost be a bit annoying if you got in a relationship.
If I got into a relationship whilst I was writing the book
imagine
had a different
promoting
twist.
It. Like, it's a bit like, okay, well, it did work out for me in the end.
Yeah.
But still.
And
yeah,
literally, like, I know it will work out in the end, but I'm just so right now, I'm like, I'm enjoying it.
I need to read the book.
It's like, I'm not like too much home, but it's a good book. Like, I'm actually like, it's got, stories in it. Like, I didn't shy away from what I
What's your worst story, do you think?
Oh my God. I mean, well, nothing. I've had one like proper ex-boyfriend and I will like never slate him to this day because he was so lovely. But like all the situationships that I've been in, like just awful.
Yeah.
Like I recently stopped speaking to somebody and we were speaking for like 9 months around that. And the whole thing was just ridiculous. And we finished and he was seen with another girl a week later.
Don't.
By my best friend.
the one thing about men is that they will move on a month after you've like been with them.
That's the difference between men and women, but also that's the difference between men and boys. Because a man wouldn't do that, but a boy would. This is the
thing, and I think like with my last relationship, like I took time for myself afterwards, and I'm historically known for not doing that. I'm like right on to the next one, because I was doing the same thing, which is what men do, and now I understand that it's a self-defense thing. It's like I didn't care, I'm just going to move on straight away kind of thing, and then like. And it was funny, this was the first time I'm like, right, I'm not actually going to do that. I'm not going to go out and sleep with guys. I'm not going to go on like loads of dates and try and forget about it. I'm actually just going to like heal myself.
Yeah, because then you're not filling that void.
This is the thing, because you don't get over it. You're not going to get over it if you move on within like a month.
And then it will all pile up at some point and it will all come to the surface.
Exactly.
And you'll be
like,
and
it will, you know what, normally what happens as well with guys, which I've noticed, is like, they'll move on straight away, right? You know, or like 2 weeks after, a month after, they'll get like a new girlfriend or something and be with them straight away.
Full-blown relationship.
Yeah. And then when that ends, which it will, because they haven't like faced up to their emotions, they've not dealt with it, they've just moved on to someone else and they're doing the exact same thing they did in the relationship with you, with them.
Yeah.
It's just a pattern. And then they will come back as soon as that ends.
It has happened every single time.
One thing about men is they'll come back.
Yeah, when people say, will they come back? Yes, I promise you, if it's in 10 years' time, he will make a reappearance in your life.
Yeah, like with my ex, he moved on really, really quickly.
How quick?
Like a month, I think, like a couple months.
Relationship.
Yeah, I don't know whether they're in a relationship. I don't like look at anything, but like I know that they're still together, which is just bizarre to me. Because I'm just like, how can you have been with me and been in love with me and then gone to doing that? But it says so much, and do you know what, it makes me relieved that I'm not with that kind of a person that could just like, because I think there's a lot of people that just don't, they want to be in a relationship, they don't want to be with it's not that they want to be with you, it's not that they want to be with her, it's that they want to be in a relationship.
Because do you think you're a relationship person, or are you like,
no, I'm a single person. I hate commitment. I'm terrified of it, and I'm a bit of a sabotager, I'm not going to lie.
What do you mean by sabotager?
Like, I think
like self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage, yeah. I think I've always had problems with my self-esteem, and I think I've always been like, I don't deserve this, or I should be with someone who's like me, who's really self-destructive, and like, you know what I mean? And I think, what are you like in a relationship? Are you a relationship person?
No, because I've never, like my longest relationship, I was with him for 3-4 months, like officially. We were speaking for a long time before, but like officially together for that long.
So it's not that crazy.
Yeah, I'm only 24, but like also like a lot of 24-year-olds, like all my friends have had like long relationships, like 2-3 years. Yeah, and I'm like, no, but I think
it's hard when you're a person. I think me and you are very similar, and I think it's hard when you're not that kind of a person, because so many of my friends are.
Yeah, like
they're relationship people.
Commitment just scares me. Like it really does. Like I'm also not very good with compromise, but that's probably because I've always been single, that I'm like, I've never really had to compromise anything, because I've just always lived my life and done what I want to do. Yeah. I don't know, like it's just, I find relationships hard, but also
I can't even imagine being like in a long-term relationship.
No,
like, there's no one in this world that I want to spend like that amount of time with.
Neither.
That I've never met any. Maybe it's just that we haven't met those people.
That has to be what it is. Yeah. Because when I speak to people who are so in love, I'm like, no, like when you know.
Yeah, you know.
And I'm like, well, I haven't had that before, so then they must not be.
This is the right person. I think I believe strongly in like the universe and all this.
I do too.
And I think that if it's not happening, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
And I think it's maybe because you're not in the space that you know what I mean, to have that kind of love. And I think it's 100%. Actually a good thing. I think it's, you don't want to meet the love of your life when you're not you. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I think before, like, I would say to you, like, when I turned 25, 26, your frontal lobe.
Oh, yeah, when you're 25, it develops.
It develops. And I tell you, those years.
Do you think it actually made a difference?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Oh, fuck, we're on October. I'm 25
then. In such a good way. You really are like, oh, this is me. Like, I know who I am now. Yeah. All these issues. And I used to just be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And I was so emotional. I didn't understand myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't understand like tendencies and stuff like that I was doing. But then your frontal lobe develops, and it's such an interesting thing, because it's like it all just starts making sense.
Oh my God, that's just, I'm looking forward to that then.
You will love it.
That will make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah. Really, but you do change a lot. You do.
I think that's a good thing, because also I feel like with social media, it is given us such a false like reality and timeline of when we should be doing things by.
Oh my God.
So I always feel like I'm only 24, but I feel like I'm so behind. In like the whole relationship thing, because I'm like, well, I originally thought I'd be engaged by this age, and I'm nowhere near. But like I have to tell myself, like you said, the universe, my like path is different.
Exactly.
All of that, and it will happen, just not when I,
because I feel the same. I thought I'd been in a long-term relationship by now. I'm like 27. All my friends are like getting engaged and getting married, and I'm like,
that's the start. All my friends have started. Like I've got like 2 friends engaged. One's had a baby.
At 24.
Yeah. Some of them are a bit older.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And yeah, one's had a baby, and I'm like, oh my god, like how is it getting to
so
this
weird? You're like
part.
When you're young, you're like, oh, whatever, who cares? Like no one's getting it. When you start to see these things and people as well, like on social media, what their jobs and they're buying houses, and I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, I've not bought a house yet.
No, neither.
Like, I'm interested, but I'm also like, I'm still so young. I'm having fun. Like, I'm just enjoying myself. And there's so much pressure on everything and everyone to do the societal norm. But I also don't think you should have to do that.
Yeah. But it is crazy how much money, like, influencers are making now. Like,
oh, yeah, it is crazy.
From brand deals and stuff like that. Do you make a lot of money from brand deals and stuff?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's completely changed my life. Like if someone had said to me when I was 12 years old, like, this is how my life would have turned out, I would have been like, what? Because this is not what I planned to do.
Did you have anything that you wanted to do?
I wanted to be a secret agent. I wanted to work for MI5.
Shut up.
Yeah, that was I still applied for jobs and stuff whilst I did.
Way.
Yeah, that is like hands down my dream. And like, I mean, obviously I've gone the polar fucking opposite.
Yeah, I was
to be a secret agent. But then also, like, if I got that opportunity now, oh my god, yeah.
What made you interested in being a secret agent?
I don't know. Like, I've always just been so interested in like that sort of realm, and I've loved like spy films and everything. I've been to like all the spy museums in like Washington and everything.
Way.
Like, yeah, it's my favorite.
Do you know a lot about it then as well?
Yeah, I know quite a bit about it.
This could be an opening for a podcast.
It could be an opening for a podcast.
Like a spy podcast.
Yeah, because I love like conspiracies and spies and everything like that. I'm so interested. It's like, that is where I thought my life was going to take me.
That's insane.
So the fact that I've gone literally the polar opposite is wild to me. But also I feel like this is just the way it was meant to be, because I genuinely like live my dream life, and I wake up every day and I'm like, oh my god, like, how is this literally my life?
That's so nice though.
It is. It's such a lovely feeling. I'm very blessed to wake up and think that every day.
It is a very weird like life.
Yeah, I feel like imposter syndrome is a big thing as well, because you're like, oh my god, like, do I deserve this? Like, have I done enough for this?
Oh my god, that's a big one. And I don't hear as many people talking about that struggle of like the imposter syndrome.
Yeah, and imposter syndrome is real. Like, it's really, a real thing. Especially because, like, for me, I've just literally filmed my life. So then suddenly when I've got these brands wanting to do this, I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, I just find it
like, I'm just this.
Yeah, I'm just this. Like, I'm just living my life. And I'm like, oh.
This week's top Fanvue earner is Poppy Louise, who made 6 figures in her first 6 months on Fanvue. You have smashed it.
I was like, it is such a weird feeling.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing feeling. But
because sometimes you're like, what am I going to do? Like, how am I going to help your company? You know, it's almost like a pressure as well. You feel like, but what if, like,
a lot of pressure.
You know, especially if you do an advert and you're like, what if no one watches it? No one likes it. And then it's like, oh, well, you've wasted all this money on me. And
I don't think people realise that when you are doing ads and stuff like that, it is a lot of pressure because you're
not us being like, poor us. No, poor us. Poor little influencer, rich influencer girls. Oh,
that is definitely what everyone's thinking. But like,
that's another really hard thing. It's like, I always felt this thing of like, I can't complain about anything because my life is so good. And there's so many people that struggle so much more in the world, especially right now. And it's like, I feel bad complaining, and that's a really shit thing.
Yeah, it's a really bad thing.
I now have friends that are in this sphere that I can sit and complain to, because I'm like, they get it, and it doesn't come across as like, you know, because I've got friends that work in, you know, normal jobs, and I feel bad complaining because I make what they make in a year, in a month, and it's like,
it's hard.
So I feel really like, oh god, like they're gonna literally think I'm a cunt. But then I've got friends like, you know, in this world and stuff. Now I like talk to them about it.
Yeah, it is hard, because like, even people on the internet, like, if I actually had a genuinely bad day, like something awful could happen with like family or whatever, if I went online and said that I had a bad day, everyone would be like, well, you can't have a bad day because you've got this life. And I'm like, well, I can have a bad day. Like, just because I'm lucky in like some senses of life, you can still have a fucking bad day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, money doesn't take away.
You're so jealous.
Yeah, it is. That is genuinely what I believe it is. It's jealousy. And like, to an extent, I
would
understand.
Be too.
Like, I also
get
would
it. If it was the other way around, I'd be so jealous.
Like, and I understand that, and I get that. And I think I'm very aware of that when I post, because I never want to make people feel.
This is the thing, because sometimes I do see some like influencers being like complaining about stuff, and I think, this is coming across, and you can tell because in the comments people are like, this is coming across kind of like,
oh, believe me, people are not shy to comment and let them know.
Oh yeah,
like no one is shy about that.
But it is, I think some people forget to be grateful, you know, for 100%. It. I think I can tell you're a person that's very grateful. And you're like, and as you said you wake up every day and you're like, I can't believe this is my life. Like that's such an amazing, you know, feeling and a place to be in. You know?
I think like you, like the way I've been through shit on the internet and like a lot, and I think I just wake up now and I'm like, I have to make the most out of every day because I'm living an amazing life. So like, I don't know, I just want to be as grateful as I can for it. But everybody has bad days. Yeah. And I do share that online, but I'm just very careful about how it's worded or how it's said because I don't want to upset anybody.
With your do you have guests on your podcast?
Yeah, we used to. Yeah. We used to have a lot more, and then in the end it kind of just became me and Saf. But yeah, we used to have a lot of guests.
Nice. Yeah. What kind of guests did you have on?
We would have a lot of like, well, they'd all be our friends really, like Max Belegday, Joe Bags, like all like the TikTok like people. Yeah, we had loads of those on.
I just had Yami on.
Oh my god,
I love her.
Yeah, I love her.
So funny.
Yeah, she's so good.
Yeah, I've had Joe on.
I love Joe.
I need to have Max Belegday on.
Max is amazing.
Yeah, he's really
love
funny.
him.
He's lovely.
I love that whole like TikTok.
Yeah. Did you ever have any like celebrities or anything on like that were like?
We had like not in a Rupert, but if you're talking about like A-list, no, but we had like reality TV stars and people like that. Like Pete Wicks came on, which is really fun.
Love him.
That was
with him at the weekend.
Were you? He has some wild stories.
I bet he does.
I can't remember some of what you said. This was a couple of years ago, but like I remember being there and I was like, and he got us drunk on the podcast. So I thought, oh, fucking hell, what am I going to say now?
He loves a drink.
He loves a drink. Yeah. But yeah, that was really fun.
He's really funny, and I can tell when I'm talking. Like I'd never met him before, and I met him the other night, and I was like, oh my god, I can just tell you've been through some shit.
Like, oh, you can, yeah. I feel like, I mean, we only got a fraction of the stories, but I can only fucking imagine. Yeah. Like, yeah, I feel like his life is crazy.
You were like comparing it to your stories. You're like,
yeah, and I was like, oh, my life is very boring now. Like,
okay, so you're doing a new podcast. Are we allowed to talk about this? Are we not?
We haven't mentioned it anywhere yet.
Ooh.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, there's something in the pipeline, which is exciting.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
So why did you choose to like end this podcast then? Was it just kind of like a natural close?
Yeah, there was literally no reason. I think
you said stories.
It was just it was just a natural close to it. And I think we'd spoken about so much that I was like, I can't.
Yeah. Like, do you think it's about like you expose so much that it's a bit like sometimes you just kind of don't want to be talking about like because your dating life is so much a part of you that it's like it's very vulnerable. And as well, like when you feel like, okay, well, I'm still single, like this is a bit like
and like, also like I've got to an age where I kind of want to keep my dating life private. Like really, actually, it's not even that weird, but a lot of men struggled with the idea that I was doing a podcast and talking so openly about it.
Do you know what? I get that
because and I get that because if I was dating somebody and then they were going back and debriefing the dates on a podcast, I would also probably think,
my exes are so tired.
Yeah, like that.
They're so tired of being brought up on.
I low-key feel sorry for my exes.
Funny. I keep getting like guys that I'm seeing or like talking about on the podcast, and they'll send me the thing and be like, hey, it's about me.
Yeah, I've had that before.
And some of them I'm like, no, it's simply actually not about you. But some of them I'm like, yeah.
Well, yeah, sometimes I've said some things and the people message me like, is that about me? I'm like, well, if the shoe fits.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm like,
I called you a cunt, probably.
If I called you a cunt, if you think it's about you, then it might be about you.
Yeah, it's true.
Like, I've definitely had that before, but I think now I'm like, I've got to keep my dating life.
Yeah.
Just a bit more private.
That's why I kind of love this podcast because I get to speak to other people and it's not all about me, but it's also I don't have to expose everything.
Yeah. And I feel like it's hard for me doing a podcast as well because I talk so much on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I come onto a podcast and I'm like, fuck, what am I going to say now?
You're doing life on your YouTube as
well? Like I'll like weave it in like, but now I've said before like I'm going on a first date tonight, but then I'm like, oh, should I have even said that? Because if it doesn't work out, then I'm going to get loads of questions about that.
And then and you're like, oh.
So now,
it's like when you tell your friends you met someone and then a week later it ends and you have to be like, everyone asks, oh, how's it going? And you're like, shit.
Really good. Yeah, I've heard like a private life is actually a good life in that sense.
It
like,
really is,
I'd rather just keep it on the down low until I'm actually like certain.
Yeah.
And then
I think you have to be so careful with like what you share. Like, I think you have 100%. To have a boundary and stick to it.
Yeah.
Because you like, it is all well and good sharing everything, but then you share everything.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing that's left for you, just you.
No, and that's the thing. Yeah. I think that's what I want for like my next relationship. I want it to be just for me, and that's me not me saying like I'll never post them, but like I never actually showed my ex-boyfriend's face. I literally just posted a picture of his arm, and within 5 minutes someone had found him and put it on TikTok, and it had blown up, and all the comments
from his arm,
from his tattoos.
I did that with a girl. I found a girl from a picture of her arm.
Oh yeah, it's so
I was
easily
on
done.
like someone's story and I literally found who she was. It was to do with a person, so I was like, oh my god, I want you to find out who she is.
And it's and what, it took probably 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because everyone's really good fucking stalkers nowadays. So yeah, when
the FBI.
Yeah, literally the FBI.
Women are notoriously bad at it though.
Oh, I'm so good at it.
Are you really?
Yeah, I love having it.
I enjoy it. I
do.
stalk.
If my friends ever need to find someone, I love it.
I love stalking people. Like even like I have exes from years ago that I no longer care for at all. But I love stalking them.
Well, I deleted my Facebook and I'm annoyed now because I would love to go back and check what everyone at school was doing, like who I went to school with, like. And I can't because I fucking deleted my Facebook.
Oh no, that's
I'm so annoyed because
I actually still have my Facebook ID. Sometimes like check and see.
I'm like,
and I'll go back on it to see like the marriage announcements.
Yes,
they're like,
oh no, who's doing
like,
what?
The babies and all that. Oh my god, this is such tea. Like
I love it.
Is there anything else you want to do in your career though, apart from what you've already done? Which I mean is a lot, but like
I think
for 24, I can't believe for 24 you've written a book. Like, what?
I know.
What am I doing? Like,
babe, what do you mean? What the fuck are you doing? You've done loads. Are you joking? I don't know. I feel like I would love to go into the whole like TV realm, but I also understand that it's very different.
What kind of television would you want to do?
I'd love to like presenting.
Same, honestly.
I find that really fun.
What Olivia Atwood does.
Yeah,
I love that.
Love Olivia Atwood. I think it looks so much fun. Like even like documentary presenting or something like that. Yeah. Like I've always had a bit of.
You'd be really good at it.
Thank you. I think you'd be really good at it as well. But I feel like it'd be such
together.
Fun. Maybe new lease of life unlocked.
Right.
I feel like it'd be so fun. Like I've always grown up loving Ant and Dec, which is so random. But like I've always been like, oh my god, I'd love to be like Ant and Dec when I'm older. And I feel like maybe like social media is the perfect kind of window into that. But then it's weird because everyone who's on TV wants to do social media. Then everyone who's on social media wants to do TV. Yeah. So everyone wants to do like the swap.
I know what you mean.
I think it's hard for social media people to get on TV.
It's really
nowadays.
hard to be a presenter because there's not that many of them.
So hard. Like actually impossible, basically. Yeah. But we can dream big.
We can and we will.
We'll dream big.
Because no, I'm like so in that point right now where I'm like, I'd love to have my own chat show.
Oh
like Drew Barrymore. That's my dream.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I'd love to do something like that. But it's just hard, isn't it?
It is. But I feel like a podcast is the perfect start for that.
This is the thing. What you do as well on your YouTube, I think it's like an advertisement.
Well, it's like a CV. Like I don't have a CV, but that would be my CV. Yeah. Like my whole online presence, which is weird. But like that is like my Instagram, my CV.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do a little quick fire round. Riskiest DM you've ever sent.
Oh.
This might not be as quick as we... These are quick questions, to be fair.
Well, I did used to go through a phase where I actually wouldn't have an issue DMing boys. But I always used to say like the same, like, hey, you. Fucking line.
Hey you, yeah, hey, you. Literally love. That's a classic though.
Like, so I don't do it anymore because I thought, no, I'm gonna wait for my future husband to message me.
This is the thing. We don't chase, we attract.
But I definitely used to chase, which is maybe where I was going wrong.
So I used to be so desperate. I literally was like, because I think you go through like times of your life which are like so dry and there's no one, and during that time every ex situationship is getting messaged.
1,000,000%.
Everyone that I've ever encountered, everyone that I've ever slept with, you're getting a message.
Sometimes on a night out I'm really drunk, I'll message someone, I wake up the next morning like, oh
don't
fuck's sake.
Don't I actually recently messaged my ex just hey just hey. No, I was wrong.
Did you get a response?
No, obviously not. He knows not to respond to me now, mate. It's like, because I'm just like that. I will just be like, hey, like, blah, blah, try and call him. Then I won't speak to him for months. It's
my God.
weird. I swear to God, like, bizarre. So have you ever sent a risky DM? Just ones like that?
I probably, but I wouldn't say they're like necessarily risky, but like I just look back and I think,
have you ever sent it to any celebrities?
Yeah, probably, but like, actually, I've messaged a few of them, but obviously I've not got a response.
No, same.
You know, when you think in your head, you're like, oh, that's definitely my husband. I'm going to message him. I know we're meant to be together. I'm like,
because the thing is, we have blue ticks, so I'm like, they could see it.
Yes, I'm like, oh, there's a chance they could see it, but then they never fucking.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, never mind.
Have you ever sent news to the wrong person?
No, I'm always really careful about stuff like that. I think it's because our job though.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, babe, my nudes are on the internet, aren't they? So I'm not.
Yeah, but slave for you. I've always just been a bit scared.
Me, I'm like, you can't hurt me. Like, you can try and leak this. It's already on there. Literally. I actually use my nudes from OnlyFans. I use them to send to guys. If I'm seeing them, I'm just like, might as well.
Well, you've already taken them, so
it's free. It's free. You're actually getting a discount.
Yeah.
You know?
Lucky you.
Biggest ick or red flag?
Oh my God, biggest ick. Well, my red flag is like, to me, is like not having aspirations or not having your own thing going on. Motivation, because I'm like, in a relationship, I want to live a life together, but we have our separate lives.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want anyone, like, if I started dating someone and they suddenly were like, I want to do social media, that to me would be.
That does the exact same job as you.
If I met them and they were already doing it, then
maybe
fair enough, because like you're already doing it. But I think if they started to doing it and started asking me all these questions, which I've had before, I'm like,
what had guys actually be like,
and I'm like, well, what's your intention with me then?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So like straight away for me, that's like red flag.
I don't love doing the same thing as someone else. Like I don't love them doing exactly what I'm doing. I like them to do their own thing.
Yeah, separate thing, different thing, but then we can come together at the end of the day.
Exactly.
That's like my dream.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Biggest celebrity crush at the moment?
Oh, celebrity crush. Who do I fancy? Hero Tiffin.
Babes, you know, I actually, when I was with another agency, modeling agency, and I went to an event with him once. He is gorgeous.
Apparently he's got a girlfriend though. I've been seeing it all over TikTok, and I thought he was thinking
she's gorgeous as well though.
She is beautiful, because I saw him do this interview where he was like, in a couple of years I'm going to settle down, and me being fucking delusional, I was like, oh my god.
He means me.
Oh, and Theo James.
Oh yeah,
he is beautiful.
Theo James is fine. When I saw that White Lotus scene of his dick, apparently it wasn't his dick.
Really? Not his? Oh.
Recent worst date.
It's not even that bad. I just, like, I went on a date with this guy. This was maybe like 3-4 weeks ago. His car broke down whilst we were in the car. And it was like such an ick. But like, I couldn't let it be known that it was an ick because I felt bad. But
was his car working well, or was it?
No, I mean, you could tell like it wasn't great when I got in it.
Okay.
But then when it broke down, I was like, fuck, and he had to like rewire the full car whilst I was sat in the passenger seat, and I was just sat there to text my friends like, guys,
had you already been out with him, or was this
no, we were out. This was the first time I'd met him and he'd picked me up.
Okay, so you hadn't even got on the date yet?
No.
Oh no.
It was hell.
And then you had to sit through the date?
Then I had to sit.
Did you already know from that moment you were like, this is over?
Well, I mean, we had a lovely conversation after, which kind of swayed me a little bit. I was like, oh, I can look past it, but then I've not seen, so. But it gave me the ick. I get.
You were like, you're not getting tickets to this show, babe.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately not. If you were to take me on a date, where would we go?
Oh, I quite like, a bar's boring, but like I quite like just a drink date. But I also think a picnic in the park would be so cute.
I love a picnic in the park.
Like a day date.
I was asking my friends to do that shit. I'm like, let's go
a
picnic in the park.
I think that's like
so many nice parks in London.
You guys have got so many in London.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's just a wholesome, like
it is
little thing to do. Like cute. Yeah. I'm like in my wholesome era. I feel like.
Do you know what? Same. I mean, I was just saying to you, I was like, I've stopped drinking. You're like, how long? I was like, oh, this week. But no, like I want to do more wholesome stuff.
Yeah.
Like pottery dates.
Pottery. I went painting the other day and it was the cutest thing.
Have you done sip and paint?
Yes. Yeah. Me and my friends do a couple of sip and paint sometimes. And I think it's so fun.
It's so nice.
I love a murder mystery night as well.
I've never done one.
Oh my God.
I'm gagging for one.
You can buy these like Casetify things, like file things, and they take about 3 hours. It's so fun. I
need to do that because I love, like, I always, like, if in another life, I think I was like a detective.
Oh, yeah.
I love crime. I love like thrillers. I love everything like horror, all of that stuff, like psychological stuff.
You need to do
I look through case files after I'm done watching.
Really?
The stuff, you know, like Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
In America, the case files are normally public information.
Oh my God,
After the case is done.
Yeah, of course.
It's been on trial and everything. So I will literally go through and they have all the pictures and everything.
Oh my God, I must look at that. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh yeah, the Jeffrey Dahmer one is on the internet.
Oh my God.
Because baby, I had a field day with that shit. I was what I'm doing on the train home. I was like on my laptop.
Oh my God.
As if I was like covering the case.
Okay, well for a future
I almost
date.
This one's solved.
For a future date, you need to do one of those case files.
Babes, that would
so
be really fun.
Very wholesome,
Definitely.
very fun.
All right, so we're now on to bedtime stories, my favourite segment of the podcast, OBS. We in no way are qualified to give you guys advice, so feel free not to listen. But this is just us giving advice, unsolicited, you know. It's been a dream of mine to do content creation full time, and I post fashion related TikToks that do pretty well anyway, but I know they could do better if I had the time to put into them. I work a 9 to 5 currently, and I'm so scared to take a leap and see if this could be my career. How did you guys know when to take that step, Bella?
See, for me, I took a very risky step. Like, I left school at 16 full time.
Oh, wow.
And I just did it. Like, I did my GCSEs. I went to sixth form for one day, and I walked in and went, I don't think
This
this is
ain't
for
for
me. Like I did this.
It's
Like
literally Gemma Collins when she walked into the big. This ain't
for me. I was like, I knew, and I was like, I have a feeling if I put everything into this, I know I can make something out of it.
Yeah.
But also, that's not really an option for a lot of people, especially if they're not succeeding.
I think as well, now that it's so oversaturated.
Yes.
It's like, this isn't just something that like happens to everyone. Like I have friends that make really good content and get no views.
Yeah.
No likes.
100. I know so many people who make amazing content, but they're not getting the return that they deserve on
I
it,
think
really
maybe
sad.
Lower the hours, maybe like ask for maybe like less time.
Yeah, or like dedicate a day on the weekend where you're just gonna fully do content and see how much like that pays off. Like dedicating a certain amount of time to it.
Yeah, like keep it on the weekends at first. I think it's a good one.
But also like a good niche to go down is like I work a 9 to 5 and I'm also trying to be a content creator. Like and film that.
Yeah,
like, I watch a couple of people on TikTok who work 9 to 5 jobs and they do it around their job, and I'm like, oh, I love watching this. Like, I don't know. I think that is
quite fun actually, because like, a lot of people like whatever you do is interesting to someone. Do you know what I mean? We all do completely different things. We're all completely different people, so it's like interesting from so many different angles of what. Yeah,
and then they're living the best of both worlds. They're still doing their job, but they're still doing it. Yeah.
Normally I'm shit at giving advice. I mean,
I don't think I'm great, but
no, that was really good advice. My boyfriend has a lot of female friends, and this has never been an issue for me, but sometimes I get a little bit sus around a particular girl. Been there. We all went on holiday as a friendship group, and when I walked onto the pool one morning, she had my boyfriend giving her a shoulder rub. I tried to act nonchalant because he's always insists she's like a sister to him. This made me super uncomfy. Am I going to look mad for bringing it up to him?
You're definitely not going to look mad for bringing it up to him. I think when it comes to like guys having girlfriends, if they've been friends with them for years, way before that, then I'm like, okay, like you guys actually are friends. But if my boyfriend made a new girlfriend after me that was just a friend, I'd be sus about it, because I'm like,
we know women.
Yeah.
This is the thing. And you know what's so funny is guys don't see it in the way that we do. Like I'll see some girls, and like I have many male friends myself that I've been friends with for years.
Yeah, me too. A lot of my friends are boys.
5-10 years going. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's so funny. So I have several male friends. Yeah. And the girlfriends sometimes don't like me, and I don't understand it, right? Because I understand what type of girl, because, you know, I've dated guys, I understand. Yeah. I understand the kind of girl that they mean, that they don't like, that's friends with your man, because there is a certain type of girl, pick me. Yeah, of course. Choose me, love me. They are the ones that will throw you under the bus in front of men. Yeah. They're the ones that like every guy, if in any situation, they're always like desperate for like a man's attention. And there are girls that are like that. They're the ones that like, if a man makes a misogynistic joke, they're like, oh my god, that was so funny. Like, they love men more. They'll just play into it to make they don't really love themselves. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But like, and there are those girls, I'm so not like that. I don't understand why the girls don't like me, because I'm never affectionate to them in front of my girlfriends. I always respect that. Yeah, I mean, I'm never like that anyway with my friends. It's like my girlfriends. Like I treat them the same I would with my girlfriend. Yeah, that like more comfortable situation. But like, yeah, it's just fun. It's a weird one. But I know what she means, and I get it, because I think like, I mean, if I saw a girlfriend. I just don't think like you should be doing that to your friends.
No, that would make me feel uncomfortable.
I don't even do that to my girlfriends.
No,
I don't. Rub their shit. Like, do you need a massage? Like, no.
Yeah, no, like,
I don't do that.
That is crazy. Like, if I was that girl, I would definitely just bring it up to her boyfriend. And if her boyfriend, like,
I would kick a bitch in the face if I saw her rubbing my man's shoulder. Like, I would like drop kick her into the next universe. Like, I just think that's so inappropriate.
I'd be like, babe, could you just not do that? And you're fucking.
But it's funny because guys don't notice. Guys don't.
I know.
She's really nice. I'm like, she's not. She's the devil. Like, you can't see it.
I feel like guys don't see it. If they're like, they don't see it if there's actually no intention there.
But they will see it eventually. And I've had it where I've been right, and the guys come to me afterwards and like, because there was a guy that I used to date, and there was this girl that was always around. They weren't been friends for long. She was always just like hung out with him and his friends. She thought it was very cool. Okay. And I was like, I hate her. There's something off about her. Like, it's just, she's bad vibes. Yeah. Everything that anyone would say, it was always like, oh my god, like, like I've done that too, kind of thing. And I was like,
okay, got you.
And he just couldn't see it. And then one day they went for lunch and I stayed back home, and he came back and he was like, you were right. She just tried to like get with me pretty much.
Oh my god.
And I was like, I fucking knew it.
I think the girls are always going to notice it before a guy does, because we know other girls and we know what they're going to act like. Yeah. But yeah, if I was that girl, please.
It's like how men, they will say something if they see another guy. Do you know what I mean? His intention is wrong. You can always see it when it's your gender. You're like, yeah, 100%. I know this kind of person well. What's our advice?
I think speak to your boyfriend.
Yes,
definitely bring it
say,
up.
like, look, this makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, because it's going to play on your mind otherwise for ages, and then you'll probably, like, if you drink, you'll get drunk, you'll bring it up, and it won't end.
But also, they won't. The thing is, like, I would never get jealous, be like, oh my god, don't hang out with that person. I'd just be like,
no,
because I just feel like that pushes them more towards them. You just have to be like, because it's like, if you trust your partner, they won't do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter how hard that girl's trying. It's like, it's never gonna happen.
If you trust your partner, it's fine, but it's just letting them know you feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Absolutely. Okay, I've been really wanting to hook up with this girl I met at a party, but I've never slept with a girl before. I'm really worried about being with that straight girl that uses her to experiment if it's not my thing. Is there a way to go about this without being that person, Beth?
Oh my God, I've never thought about that before.
Yeah, I guess I have, because I've slept with girls. So
yeah.
Like, for me, I think I get it, but I just don't think that that's the thing. Like, you're allowed to experiment.
1,000,000% you're allowed to experiment. I think, like, I've had those thoughts before. Like, I think it's very natural to have those thoughts of, like, what do I want? What would I like?
If you're doing it, like, I've had girls where I've slept with where they're like, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
And I actually had an instance where we slept together and halfway through she was like, I don't know if I really want to do this.
Right. Okay.
And I was like, absolutely fine.
Yeah, because
like, absolutely
fine.
she
might have wanted to try it and then actually realised she didn't.
She said she was like, I wanted to try it and it's just not for me.
And sometimes
we remained friends and it was fine. Like,
so fine.
Happened,
yeah, and sometimes you have to try things to know if you are going to like them.
Exactly. Yeah.
So like, I don't think worry about anything going into it.
As long as you go about it respectfully and don't treat them like shit and like lead them on and, you know, say that you know what I mean? I think, that's...
And I think experiment.
Why not?
Like, enjoy, have fun.
We love an experiment.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the pod today.
Me.
It's been so fun. And thank you guys for watching, listening. Remember to give 5 stars and thumbs up and keep listening. And we'll see you next week.
See you later.